Fun fact, I applied to be on Married at First Sight Houston when the application was open, but I didn't get picked. I don't even know if they called, because I did receive a lot of missed calls, but I didn't get a voicemail. I expected them to leave a voicemail like, "Hi, we are calling for Sharice Allen. We got your application for Married at First Sight, and we would love to speak with you. Please call us back at," but I didn't even get a voicemail. But let me tell you, that application process was like 80 questions, and as I was filling them out, I was like, yeah, this is why I'm single, because there's a lot of things. It's a lot of things I put on there. They were like, probably can't work with this one. And I think this was like a blessing in disguise for me that I get picked, because I probably would have been one of the most hated cast members because of my strict requirements that I have. If you watched Married at First Sight New Orleans, I would have been like Karen, but not so bad as Karen, but I definitely would have been reserved on them cameras, baby. I would have to tell him behind the scenes, hey, listen, let's just get through this 8 weeks, okay? Let's get through this 8 weeks, and then my non-negotiables: cannot have children, cannot smoke and drink, has to be a Christian. What else did I say? Oh, family oriented, African American. Like, they ask you like 80 different questions, like in depth, about your view on marriage, how you want your marriage to be, you know, your likes, your dislikes. You even had to like upload, well, like post like a reference to how you want your guy to look. And so I gave like celebrity names of how I wanted my guy to look, and the list goes on and on and on. But I mean, that weeds out a huge portion of people when you say no kids, no smoking, no drinking, you know, and African American. But it's out there, and I'll just be single and have. And now that was like surface level non-negotiables that I gave, but there were a lot more in-depth non-negotiables that I'm not going to get into, but they were like, you can't help her. You can't help her. But like I said, I'd rather be single and happy than married and miserable, you know. Then on top of that, there are a lot of do's and don'ts, like cleanliness. If he was not clean, even though I put on there like application wise, like he needs to be clean, boom, 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 like, you know, my pet peeves, baby, y'all would have been like, oh my gosh, she's just nitpicking every little thing. And it's like, no, it's disgusting. Do not get on the bed in your dirty clothes. Oh my god, that y'all would have saw a different side. And that, I would say, that's the downside of being single for so long, because we have our own standard and ways of doing things. Like, the older you get, there are a lot of there's a lot of situations that we're just not going to put up with. Like, no, absolutely not.